So I'm back. So I know it's been a couple days since the Pistons lost, so I needed time to let it digest. The shit was terrible. So first I'm gonna talk about the Pistons losing game 7, then I'm gonna talk about what they need to do going forward, such as getting Kevin Durant. So game 7 was terrible. I did predict the Pistons, as most people, to win. I didn't think that the Pistons would lose at home. I thought that they would thrive off of the home court advantage and the fans. Definitely didn't see them getting blew out at home. It was really tragic, but the game came down to a couple of things I said in prior videos before. The two things that I was worried about. And the main thing that I said is that the Pistons have a problem with scoring. I said that when I made my game 7 prediction. And I said that that's the one Achilles heels is that the Pistons can go long stretches or go stretches where they don't score, which they did in game 7. I think at one point they missed like 10 straight shots. So anytime you got that, you run the risk of letting the team come back or blow you out if they able to score consistently, which the Cavaliers was. So that's the biggest takeaway from the game. And the biggest thing that I didn't said before is that the Pistons this offseason, they have to get a score. I know that a lot of people saying that Thompson and Durham, they young, which they is, they still got time to develop their game. But some players don't matter what. Some players are just offensive, some players are just defensive. It's like every player has their lane for the most part. No matter how great they is, it's rare that you got a player that's really great at both, like a Kobe or a Jordan or a Tim Duncan, like a player who gonna be all NBA first team on offense and defense. Like it's rare that you get that. We know that most players are specialists. They specialize in shooting threes. They're a defensive guy. They're a 3-and-D guy. They are a scorer. It's hard to really find a player that that can do everything, or that's would be the best player in the NBA. So my point is that even with Thompson and Durham, yes, they could get better offensively and improve their game, but I don't never see Thompson all of a sudden scoring 20, 25 points a game. You get what I'm saying? The same for Durham, even though Durham did almost average 20. But we see that he relied heavily on his physicality, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, like a Dwight Howard. We know that Dwight Howard, because they call him a mini Dwight Howard, but Dwight Howard, that's why he the mini version. Dwight Howard still was way more bigger, taller, more athletic, so he can get away with it more and battle more. Durham, you see, he went against them two giants, them two, I think they both 7 feet or at least 16 with Mobley and Allen. So it's like he wasn't able to overpower him and use their size because they taller than him. Now he might be stronger than them, but they still got a height advantage on him. So and he's not the most athletic like a Dwight Howard. So in that instance, it's like you can't count on him to ever become Hakeem or Tim Duncan or anything. So with that being said, the Pistons still need a scorer, a bona fide scorer. Was supposed to be Tobias Harris. We know Tobias Harris was playing above expectations. I don't know what happened to him the last 2 games. He had 8 and 5 points after having like 6, 7 games of scoring 20 straight. It just like he wasn't taking as many shots. He wasn't as aggressive as he was previously. I don't know what kind of happened on offense and defense. He kind of was falling asleep. I really don't know what happened to him the last 2 games, but that's a big reason why they lost because he was getting, if he would have got his normal 20, or even if he would have got like 17, 18, the Pistons would have won. So he really will let you down, but he's not, but like we said, he was overachieving. He, like, you can expect for him, he basically returned kind of back to who he already was. So he more so better. Of course, he deserves to be on the team, but he's good as a role player, third, fourth option scorer, a valuable starter. But they definitely they need a score more so than I ever seen a team in NBA history need a score. Actually, going back to the Pistons when they traded for Iverson. Remember Iverson, main reason why they traded Billups for Iverson because the Pistons couldn't score worth for nothing and they had problems with scoring. So the Pistons kind of in that same type of situation, even though they do got K, so it's not like they need a bona fide number one and two scorer because K can do that, but we know that K like facilitating and it was double teaming them. It was a lot of pressure because we know he played bad in game seven. K had a horrible game seven, but like somebody said, it was bound to happen. Like I'm not gonna hold it against him like I would do a lot of superstar players because I know that it's hard doing everything every game. And then he was getting double teamed a lot. They was getting the ball out of his hands. It's not like he was just going one on one. Even though he missed a lot of threes, I think he went like 0 for 5, 0 for 6 from 3-point range at one point. So he was definitely having a bad game for sure. Ah, damn it. It's like people always want to call and message you whenever you making a video. Like that shit just be so irritating. Nobody calling and texting you for hours. Then all of a sudden you making a video and people want to call and text you. That's just so irritating. But anyway, the Pistons definitely need to get a score and the best situation really is Kevin Durant, even though y'all know I don't like Kevin Durant no more. Can't stand him because he just be soft and coming up short. Which we still got to worry about with the Pistons, but not really because they got Cade. Like I said, Durant is best when the pressure can be taken off of him and he can kind of play the role like he did on the Warriors to where he got other great players with him so all of the pressure is not on him. So he would be perfect for the Pistons. All he has to really do is score, play a little bit more defense, and it's good for Durant because Durant at the end of his career, I don't think Durant should be worried about is winning another ring. But that's why another reason why I have a problem with Durant. I don't even know, Durant that brought up winning a ring didn't bring me satisfaction. And, Kevin Durant to talk down on winning a ring. So we don't even know if Durant number one motivation is winning a ring and becoming a better all-time player. Like most players, Durant might just actually just be cool with just collecting this money and getting swept in the first round, which is crazy. But we know, I think the bridge is burned in Houston from the burner accounts. And a lot of players was talking bad about Kevin Durant. We know he ain't played them last couple games. So I think the Rockets know that they have to get rid of him because it just didn't work and that he not gelling with the younger players. So it's like, where's Kevin Durant gonna go? You didn't bounce you didn't been to Brooklyn, Golden State, the Thunder. Kevin Durant done been on what 4 or 5 teams now. So it's like the pickers is getting slim, and you should at least want to win, even if winning not anything. Why would you want to go to a trash team? If that's the case, Kevin Durant should go to the Wizards. I think that's his hometown. Go ahead and go to the worst team in the league and just collect your money if you don't care about winning at all. But if you do, the Pistons is a great fit because, like I said, he literally what the Pistons need can get them that 20-25 a game. Cade is the star, so Durant, you don't gotta be the main guy. You got a good chance at winning. It's kind of a perfect matchup. The only problem is that it will come down to I think they have to trade because I don't think Kevin Durant is a free agent. So when we talk about trading, that's the kind of mix up is that what is the Pistons gonna give up to get Durant, and what is Durant trade value right now? Because they just traded Jalen Green for Jalen Green, even though he got potential and young, he was struggling a lot. So who would the Rockets really want? The Rockets actually need a point guard, a playmaker. They can't get Cade though, so um uh that's really probably what they really want the most. So it's like Pistons shouldn't have gave up Dennis Schroeder like they've been saying, because that would have been good. But we know that they're not gonna give up Thompson. They should keep Tobias Harris. Some people were saying like maybe Isaiah Stewart. I don't think they should give up Duncan Robinson because that boy is a shooter and every team needs a spot up shooter. So they need to keep Duncan Robinson for a shooting. Maybe like they said, Isaiah Stewart, I'm trying to think. Corey LeVert. Like they have to just give a bunch of pieces and maybe some picks, and unless they want to do a sign and trade for Durham, that'd be a crazy trade because I do think that they still need Durham because then they problem would be that they need a big man, even though I still think that they need another big man because Durham's still kind of undersized. You see that the main reason why they lost too is that they had nobody that they can put on Mobley and Allen. Like it was just all height and size advantage. They finally used their height, which I was scared of at the beginning of the series, is that them two twin towers, which they gonna be able to guard them. Through the first six games, they didn't, but they finally used them and realized, okay, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, towers out there, taller than anybody the Pistons got. So I don't know. I have to look at it, but they definitely need Kevin Durant by any means necessary. Long as they don't have to give up Cade and Thompson, hopefully Duncan Robinson, they might have to give up Durham and everybody else. But Durant trade value is low. I know that there are teams that can probably offer more, but the Rockets is in a situation to where they kind of have to trade him. I don't see just like with Giannis with the Bucks, the bridge is kind of too burned. I don't see them playing for them teams next year. And then I don't think Giannis would help Cade because he's too ball dominant. He's not a shooter. Like Kevin Durant will be more so suited for the Pistons. And then Giannis, they gonna want an overhaul for him. A lot of people talking about him going to the Timberwolves. Like, yeah, they have to give up Randall, Nas Reed, and probably Jason Daniels, or at least two out of the three. Like, the Bucks gonna want an overhaul for him. So the Pistons not gonna be able to do that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Even though I'm gonna go through, I have to throw this out here to end the video. Pistons should have won game six. Game five. There shouldn't even have been a game six. Like I said, Thompson got fouled at the end. He got tripped. He should have shot them two free throws. I believe he would have made one, and the Pistons would have won. And this series should have been over with. But maybe if they won game five, the Cavs would have played different in game six. You can't do you can't really assume things for the most part, but it's still unfortunate that the game wasn't called fair. But the Pistons played bad in game seven. The Achilles heel showed they can't score worth a damn. So yeah, they had a great season. The potential is there. Like they said, they a team on the verse because everybody is young. Like everybody is under 28. That's what you have to remember. So they a young upcoming team. And like I said, all they need is that score. Like I said, if they get Kevin Durant, it might be somebody else that they can get. That's a pure 101 that can create their own shots. They gonna be favored in the East next year if they do that. So we'll see going forward. Oh, and lastly, too, unfortunate being a Detroit fan, it's like Detroit teams always let you down. Lions is the number one seed, choking the playoffs. Pistons number one seed, choking the playoffs. It's like, the Detroit teams always end up letting you down. So for all my Detroit people out there, we used to it by now. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm out.